What is up, basketball fans? Welcome to the Apollo NBA show. The parents are gone. The kids are running the show. Drew, how's it going?
It's going great, dude. It's good to be back. I missed you. I missed the team. Can't wait to talk to Stone and Josh on some other episode we have coming up probably. But yeah, it's been great. It's been a great, I don't know if I should say it's been a great hiatus. Because I do have a screening
I've been
baby
really happy
occasionally.
to be gone.
Right. But it's been an experience. Love the little guy. But yeah, it's great to be back with you guys and talk about some basketball, but especially some playoff basketball.
Yeah. There's nothing in the world like having your own child.
No.
But basketball is also pretty cool.
Yeah, there's like my little kid that I
balance.
love a lot, and he's so small and little and tiny. But then there's also like, Wemby.
Yeah. Notably bigger than
Notably,
your son.
yeah, I
Much
think
bigger.
he could probably hold my kid with like just his pinky at this point.
Yeah, that's
Maybe
so,
the pinky and the thumb.
my son has thrown me on a roller coaster at the beginning of the basketball season. I would go to turn on a game and he'd be like all into it. Be like, oh, which team are we rooting for? And it was really hard to explain to him that our team, the Rockets, wears different uniforms on different nights.
Mm.
And so we had one night where the white team was the good team, which that could get problematic. And the blue team was the bad team. And then some nights the red team was the good team, and sometimes it was the black team, and sometimes the white team was different than the ones they usually wear. So that was the whole thing. But now, the past few days or past couple of weeks, I like go to turn the TV on. He's like, I don't want to watch basketball.
Oh,
So we've had to have
that's
some
sad.
hard conversations around our house.
What is he more of? He was a football guy right now, or what?
No,
Golf?
Paw Patrol.
No.
Paw Patrol.
Yeah.
No, I don't know if he knows golf exists. So
Yeah. Oh, dude, start him young, baby. Get that swing going on the hips.
Speaking of golf, someone who might be playing a lot more golf in the next few weeks, Doc Rivers, leaving the Milwaukee Bucks. Thanks. It came to me.
Really good.
Doc Rivers is out, I guess, on his own accord. He's leaving. That's the language that's used. So I had a buddy text me and say he pulled the "you can't fire me, I quit."
Right. Yeah. If I had to guess, though, it's probably pretty mutual. I think it's also like a pretty obvious sign that Giannis is going to be gone this summer. They're going to trade him because I think if he was staying with Milwaukee, Doc might stick around and try to keep it going. But I think this is another sign that they're going to let Giannis go this season, or this summer, to somebody else.
Yeah, I'm tired of seeing all of the Shams notifications about the very slow, decrepit breakup between Giannis and the Bucks. Like, we haven't known this was happening for the past 2-3 years.
I know. And not only that, but like it's gotten sad where he wanted to play with his brothers in their last home game, and the Bucks were like, no. No.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah, dude. Giannis is difficult for me. We've talked about it on the show. I've talked about it probably more than I should. I guess I have a weird thing for it, but it's like the nice guy persona that feels constantly undercut by all of the subtext that's going on. And I feel like him, I mean, if he disagrees with the Bucks and he's been having these issues with them for a while and he kind of wants the breakup, but has tried to be cordial and good to the fans, whatever. I understand there's a lot of those things going around, but the conflicting reports with the NBA on the injury management just feels like, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know who's in the fault, or who's in the wrong, but it just feels kind of weird.
I think the last straw for me was when there really was so much buzz around, is he getting traded? Is he not getting traded? And then he comes out like the day after the trade deadline and is like, I'm a partner with Kalshi. And it's like, you just made this company like hundreds of thousands of dollars and you didn't tell anyone that you're a partner. Like, that seemed a little sus.
Well, what do you mean? It's just an innocent little predictions market.
Yeah.
Did you know Kalshi existed before this NBA season?
No, I think it like this year, like October, really it started like popping off. I feel like
Yeah, I mean, I'm
maybe a
sure it
little
did,
earlier. Yeah,
but yeah, I just feel like every account that you follow just
has been
suddenly has the little
K.
Kalshi thing next to their account name, and then they're just retweeting all the Kalshi things, and it's like,
Yeah,
what's the greatest basketball highlight of all time? Or it's like, what's the best rom-com that you've ever seen? And it's just, I don't know, it's just everywhere all of a
it's
sudden.
that.
But
It's Polymarket,
yep.
and it's I don't know, man. It's just like we get it. Like there's odds on everything. There's odds on everything. You can bet anything you want now. So like, go ahead.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I work with teenagers,
Mm-hmm.
and some of them are getting to the point to where they're like kind of interested in sports betting and stuff like that, and they obviously can't do it
Mm-hmm.
legally.
No, I
I've
think
done
it to be
everything.
18. Yeah,
Yeah, and well, I paused because I was like, I wonder if there's a way that they like teenagers try to get around it. I don't know.
I'm sure
The,
there
the
is.
the less I know, the better.
Yeah.
I try as often as I can to throw shade, and that's no shade to our adults who predict responsibly. But these kids need to do it. They need to go outside and to touch grass, ride a
Yeah,
bike.
touch some grass.
Yeah. Anyway,
You have your whole life to gamble. You don't need to. You don't need to do it when you're 14 years old.
you have your whole. That's what college is for.
That is what college is for.
Yeah. I got $40. Time to lose
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Anyway, Doc
Yeah.
Rivers is gone. I have no idea what kind of coach hunt the Bucks are about to do to try and salvage their Giannis prospects, or are they going to? If I were them, I feel like you trade him and you just draft an interesting young guy. But
Yeah. Because it's like, are you going to bring on somebody who's trying to win right away? Probably not. Because I was thinking right away, like Taylor Jenkins, I think has been kind of in the market for a while, but I don't think he would want to go to Milwaukee, where with the Grizz, at least he was in the playoffs, right, for
yeah,
a few years. Milwaukee is like an absolute, like, if Giannis is gone, that's a lottery team for a little bit, So
you don't think that Kevin Porter Jr. and whatever phantom is left from Cam Thomas after they waived him can take them back to the playoffs?
keep Ryan Rollins.
Yes,
I
like
get
that.
rid of Miles Turner while you can. It might be too late.
What a turnaround! Do the Pacers get the last laugh, right?
Oh, dude, it's not even a question.
Yeah.
It's not even a question.
That is like a dark timeline stuff.
What's funny too is everyone was so mad at the Pacers. They're like, this guy was with the organization for a decade. He, where's the loyalty? And they were like, well, he kind of sucks actually. Like he's actually not as good as you guys think he is.
Yeah,
and the Bucks
you'll see.
And yeah, Pacers kind of, they got Zoo now. Pacers are gonna be fun next year.
Dude, that's such an underrated trade that I keep forgetting about.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be, I think really nice for them.
And they still have their first this year, right? Or was that in that deal?
No, I think that was why people were like, Zoo's got to be pretty good, because they're gonna have like a pretty either this year or next year. Can't remember.
Let's see. We can find out right now.
We can.
No, they still have their pick.
Then they're
for this year.
Fine. Yeah, I think it was. No, it was someone else's pick, right? It was like Indiana had someone else's pick. I think that they gave away, right?
Oh, is it? I don't know. And we can look at it, but I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
We're gonna do some good podcasting, and I'm just gonna look it up now.
Do it. But yeah, dude, Zoo on that team. I know it doesn't really fit the mold of like, space and pace that the Pacers ironically love to do with Halliburton leading the helm.
Yeah.
But he's going to set some really good screens. He's going to get some really good offensive rebounds for them. He was a pretty good player last year. This year was a little wonky, but
yeah,
the entire Clippers roster was wonky at the beginning of the season. So don't know how much blame you can put on him for that.
Okay. Yes, I agree. I think Halliburton is the caliber of player that they'll find a way. They'll figure he's like dynamic enough. They'll make it work. So they did trade their 2026 first, but it's protected 1 through 4 and 10 through 30. And they have the second best odds, so they're in that top 3.
So they should get a top 4 pick.
Yeah, they should. And it is
maybe Adam
unfortunately
Silver
probably
is gonna, get in there and say, actually, you know what? No.
Yeah. Actually, we would like the Clippers to.
Actually, we want
we
want the 10th worst team to get the first overall pick again, because that's going to stop tanking.
Yeah,
I don't want to. We can talk about tanking stuff.
Later, that'll have to be a big offseason conversation, because I have some opinions on the way the odds have been flattened, and
it's disgusting.
Hot take: it was better when the Cavs picked first every year. That's just me. Anyway, so that's Doc Rivers. He's gone. We'll see who the Bucks hire. We'll see if he ends up somewhere. I imagine he's not going to be in a hurry to take another coaching job unless one just pops up that's like way too good to pass up. But I feel like he's going to be on
a little
TV.
PSA to Doc. You don't have to coach anymore. You did it. You won a championship. You can stop. Like, you go play. He loves to play golf too. Like, he's known. Like, go listen. My grandfather, you get up there in age, you only have so many years where you can really like post up some good scores before you're playing from the senior team, and no one really counts that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, get out there, have a good time.
Yeah, I wonder if he watched Rory's incredible second day, or was it his first day, whatever it was.
I think he went 6 under.
Yeah, and he
back
was
to back though.
Maybe congrats to you, Rory McIlroy. First since Tiger, right?
Yeah.
That's what the notification told me. I would have no way to know that. Maybe he was watching that and he was like, maybe this is what I want to do, actually.
Do it. Do it. You won a ring. You don't have to do it.
Yeah. Have you seen the teams that I've dragged to the championship? Yeah. Now I get to ride off into green pastures. Okay. Doc Rivers is out. See you, Doc. Next. By the time you're listening to this, we'll be 1 day away from the play-in tournament, everyone's favorite Adam Silver addition to the NBA season. I mean, I like it. How do you feel about the play-in tournament just in general?
When it first came out, I liked the idea just because around that time period when they first implemented that rule change, there were like some 9-10 teams that were like, okay, probably just as good as like the 7th or 8th seed.
Yeah.
Now, and in the past few years, I think there should be a cap where it's like, if the 10th seed is like 5 games worse, like record-wise, than the 9th seed or the 8th seed, they shouldn't have a chance. Like all these teams should be like very, very, very close record-wise, because that's the whole point of having this play-in tournament anyways, to give decent teams a chance who might have had like a weird injury throughout the season.
Right.
So I think if they had a rule like that where they kind of adjusted it a little bit, where it's like, do we need the 9 and 10 play-in game for a team that's won 35 games? Probably not. So yeah, but overall, I do think it's a fun. It's like reminds me of like the first 4 of March Madness, right? Where it's like, gets you going a little bit. Dip your toe in the water. It's a little warm. Okay, I can enjoy this. I cannot enjoy this Magic team that we're going to talk about because they just lost the Celtics G League team. But yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. I mean, with March Madness, the madness and the magic of it is the single elimination nature, right? So like that's why Texas, Hook'em Horns, can win one of those. I guess their last 4, whatever the play-in game for the 11 seed is, they can come in, they can beat BYU and one of the best draft prospects, and then even win the next round and go blow for blow with Purdue until the very end,
right? Because
it's single elimination. But if they're playing 5-game series, like they're probably not beating BYU.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
So,
maybe they are, but I think probably not. But that's that's one of the complaints that I see and have talked to people about the play-in tournament is that yes, it's like kind of fun to have some single elimination or best of 3 kind of basketball there at the very beginning, wet the palate. But what chance do these teams actually have?
Right.
Like, what are the odds that a 10th seed is going to go in and upset the 1 seed or the 2 seed in the first?
Yeah.
Which I guess the 10 could only get up to the 8. So it's like, what are the odds that the 10 seed. What is it? The Warriors.
Warriors in the West, and it's the Heat in the
Yeah.
East.
What are the odds that those 10 seed Warriors are going to match up with the Thunder and beat them?
Yeah.
Pretty slim.
Very slim.
Pretty slim. But we do like watching some of these play-in teams.
It's fun.
And we will choose to watch them. And right now, we are going to choose between us in a play-in team draft which ones
we'll have a draft
are the best. So
the real question is who gets first pick.
That's what I was going to say. I'm generally in favor of the hey Siri, flip a coin. You feel good about that?
Let's do it. Siri, give me the odds. You got it. I will say while you're doing this, I
flip a coin.
Don't even care about the first overall pick. I just don't want the last pick.
You know what? We flipped a coin and didn't even decide.
I'll do tails.
Okay.
Give me tails.
What were you saying? Who gets first?
I was saying that I don't even care about the first pick. I don't want the last pick because I know who the last team is going to be, and I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah. So basically, you don't want to be second, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Right? Because that's how we'll have to snake it.
Yeah.
All right. Do we do a snake draft?
No, we don't have to do a snake draft. It's fine. It's just me and you. Yeah.
Just good old back and forth. The schoolyard pick 'em. All right. Heads or tails?
Tails.
It's heads. Great. Well,
I'm upset.
What music does the NBA play music whenever Silver comes out to pick? All I have is the NFL jingle in my head.
The ding ding ding. Right? Is that what we're talking about?
Like all I can think about is the NFL, and it's like, nah, never mind. Okay, I'm taking the Hornets. First overall, I have to. I've talked way too much about Con. We've talked too much about the near record net rating or record net rating, whatever. I sent you guys the thing about their half court offense, which I agree with you. It's crazy that they are up there with teams like I guess you were talking about kind of crazy that the 7 seconds Suns are in there because of the transition and stuff like that.
We'll talk about that. Yeah, put that in there. Because what did you send us?
They are. So let me go back and find it. It should be right.
It was essentially like they're one of the best half court offenses in the past, 20 years?
22 years. So since 2002.
Yeah.
There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 teams with, I think it's 750 plus possessions of half court offense. So this is the top 8 lineups with 750 or more possessions. Number 1 is the 7 seconds or less Suns. The one you're Marion Jones, Raja Bell, Steve Nash outfit, 19.8 net rating, absolutely ungodly, insane. Then you've got your Mike Bibby Kings, Peja Stojakovic, those guys, another 7 seconds or less Suns, and then in 4th place with a 17.6 net rating. These Hornets, LaMelo, Kahn, Miller, Bridges and
Diabate.
Musa. Yeah, pretty insane class. And then it's more Suns, the Golden State Warriors with Kevin Durant, more Suns, the Kobe Lakers.
Yeah, that's what was crazy to me when you shared that graphic where it was like the 7 seconds or less Suns you would think is all transition, right? But they're also, I guess, just very efficient in the half court. Like they just every offensive metric those teams, Steve Nash, they're it's hard to believe they didn't get one ring out of that group, you know. From 05 to 8, you really thought they could have stolen one. But. Yeah,
you think. But, sometimes you just have the juggernaut in the way.
Yeah.
Is what it is. All right. Who you got?
Well, I want to talk about the Hornets a little bit.
Okay.
Speaking of their record, just having good numbers. Since All-Star break, they are 4th in plus minus. At 10.4. Do you want to guess who's ahead of them in plus minus? They're 4th, so there's 3 teams ahead.
This is just since the All-Star break?
Since the All-Star break. Who's been crushing it in your mind?
Spurs?
Yes. Spurs are first.
Spurs are first. Who else? Who in the East? I mean, Nah, is it the Celtics?
Not the Celtics. I think the
No,
Celtics were
I didn't
5th.
think so. Oh, wow, look at that. Thunder.
Yep, Thunder's 3rd. So who's second, do you think? We're not going to talk about
Man,
them much on this pod because they're not a play-in team. But they are in the East. I'll give you a hint. They're on the East.
okay, they are in the East. Let me look at these East standings. Jog my memory.
Yeah, who's been running it?
Oh, I mean, well, are you tricking me? Is it the Pistons?
It's not. It is the Atlanta Hawks.
I was gonna guess the. Oh, duh! That makes so much sense. Because as disappointing as they were early on, they've been pretty good.
They have.
How high did the win streak get?
I think they were like 16 out of their last 18, something like that. You know, it's like
That's
they were
insane.
like, yeah, really
I think
good.
it got to like 11.
Yeah,
The streak.
straight. Yeah,
The freaking Hawks.
but
I'm
yeah,
happy they're
Hornets,
not in the play-in.
I am
It's
too.
sad for the jokes. Yeah, but good for them.
Yeah, I am too. Yeah, this team's just getting hot at the right time, like we've been saying since the All-Star break. They're also, since that break, second in three-point percentage. And LaMelo, I think like I don't want to say the reasons people weren't sure he was like a good player. I think it's more so they were unsure of whether he could like be a leader of a team. But he recently, I think, just even like coming into the league, right? He's just like known as like maybe a shot chucker, right? Where he's taking these off balance fadeaway threes that sometimes go in, they look really cool, but sometimes they don't, and it looks really stupid. He's just been way more efficient this year on like his usage rate has dropped like not, pretty significantly. He's I think started to trust the guys on the team around him. Like he's definitely like Khan obviously helps being the best rookie shooter in NBA history. But I think he's also like Brandon Miller's, taking a little mini leap. So I think just like not only can we celebrate LaMelo being a better player and more efficient, but like trusting guys around him and not just like having that mindset that he's had since high school, I feel like, of just being like, I'm the only guy who gets to shoot. Like every offensive possession is based around me. Yeah. Been good.
Yeah, I mean, I was not a huge LaMelo fan. I didn't mind him coming in. I thought there was a lot of potential whenever he signed that mega contract, whenever that was. There were a lot of people, I guess, like a lot of fans who were like, is that a good deal? And obviously, like, if you follow the league long enough, those numbers decrease over the years anyway. But I've been like pleasantly wrong. Like I've enjoyed being wrong about what I've thought about him in the past.
Great way to put it.
Because it's fun to watch, and there's still a little bit of the inefficiencies and stuff that creep up. I think just like 2 nights ago or something, he scored, I don't know, almost 30 or got into the 30s, and he shot like maybe 40% from the field, maybe less. But I don't know, they won, and he still does a lot of crazy things that he's like one of a few guys in the NBA who can do them. Maybe the only one for some of these things, just being as athletic and tall as he is, and still being
shifty.
Yeah, such a good pastor. Yeah, just preaching to the local congregation.
Hey, he's been preaching, baby.
Yeah, he's been preaching through the hoop. But yeah, he's been good. I mean, I had in my mind like, oh, this is going to be Khan's team whenever he caught fire at the beginning of the season. And now, I mean, he's the guy to be third best guy on the team.
I think that's pretty fair. No, not at all.
Yeah, I think it speaks to like almost like the mini revelation of like, oh, these guys are like actually very good. Yeah. So yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. Congrats, Hornets, man. Who would have thought that,
not me.
You would be fun.
Paul Rudd.
My first pick is going to be your Los Angeles Clippers.
Oh, dude. So that's what I thought you were going to say.
Yeah. I think we talked about it a little bit before the show started, but I think these are the 2 teams in the play-in that have the most juice, and everyone else is kind of a rung below in our opinion. Kawhi is having his best season since they won the chip in Toronto. I mean, he really is. It's his most points per game ever. It's the
Yeah.
second time in 7 seasons he's played more than 60 games, so he's actually staying relatively healthy as well, which is always a good sign to see. He's constantly knocking on the 50, 40, 90 club. He's just, I mean, well, the Clippers were, I think, 6-20 to start the season. And I know they had some help with James Harden, obviously, before he got traded, but to have a positive like record after that, you would think they would have ended the season with what, like 20 games, like 20 wins. And they're gonna probably end up being the well, they can't climb higher than eighth, but they'll probably be the eighth seed.
Yeah. I would think so. If they lose to that Warriors team, and we can talk about that in a little bit, it's got to be sorely disappointing for them. Yeah, Kawhi is nuts, man. He just feels so like freaking automatic. There was a bad. They came back, I think, 18 down against the Rockets earlier this season, and it was just like Kawhi going scorched earth. And there's some role players doing some stuff every now and then, but he just felt just truly inevitable throughout the course of that game. And it's like, we're going to lose like as soon as they cut it down because no one can stop him.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of cool. He does some of the things he does are so obviously so nonchalant, but his like basically automatic MIDI, the way he can get hot from three, and then obviously just his skill at the defensive end and stuff like that. It's just fun, man.
He's moving a lot more than he has in past seasons. I don't know if he got like the injection that Luka got. I don't know if he went to Spain as well, but he's been looking pretty good.
Yeah, man.
And Garland too. Like Garland's played 18 games since he's come on board, and they're 12-6 since with him on the team. So a pretty solid record. Pretty small sample size. Take that what you will. But it's not. It's not nothing. That's for sure.
Yeah,
5 games over 500 or 6 games over 500. It's pretty good.
So, they are in the play-in, but in the last 60 days, so the last 2 months, this is per Data Baller. They are, let's see, 15th in defense and 10th in offense. So they've gone from a team who we thought was going to go down in a glorious blaze, and just like maybe the entire franchise would be ruined after whatever Adam Silver may have discovered.
And we thought the OKC was going to get their pick. I mean, they still do get their pick, but we thought they were going to get like a top 3 pick in the draft.
Honestly,
which would be the worst part.
That is the biggest story here.
Yeah,
is that they're not getting Boozer or Peterson or Devonta or whoever.
Thank you, Kawhi.
Yeah,
thank you for saving us.
Thank you. Oh man, what a guy! We owe him our undying allegiance. I think I want him to get away with the aspiration stuff now. I think that's where I'm at. Just because of this.
Sure, why not? Who cares? Whatever.
Yeah. No, but I say that because they've gone from a very, very bad team to an slightly above average team.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a good offensive team. Top 10 that's good.
Yeah. I think they're like 35-20. In their last 50 games.
Yeah, with the superstar. So that ceiling is obviously just going to be a little higher than every other slightly above average team who doesn't have a player as good. So yeah, man, they're dangerous. We talked about, can any of these play-in teams beat the first seed, the number 1 seed? No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Not.
But a Clippers Thunder matchup might be really like gross and like gross is not the right word. I was trying to think of a way to describe it. Like a rock fight in a good way. Like it's just gonna be like gnarly, but we might love it.
Yeah.
Or the Thunder will just blow their doors off. I don't know.
I think Clippers, if that ends up happening, might escape with 1 game, but that's probably it.
Yeah, probably.
Who you got next?
Maybe some good games. Man, this is feel like it's 2 good teams, 1 pretty bad team, maybe a 1A, 1B worst teams for me.
Yeah.
And then I have no idea who to pick here in the
Yeah,
middle.
kind of in the middle. You can probably go either way, however you want to convince yourself, you know?
Yeah, so there's I guess there's 1, 2. I think I'm just gonna go with what's Embiid's status? I'm behind on this.
I'm so glad you asked. Okay, he had surgery on the
Yep.
9th. Okay. And they're saying it's usually like a 2-week recovery process. So that doesn't place him back on the court until the 23rd. And the the playoffs start on the 18th. So let's just say the Sixers
Okay.
make it to the play-in and they are in the playoffs. He probably won't come back until like at the earliest the 4th game in that first round series.
Man,
he will not be in the plan. That's for sure.
He will not be playing in the plan.
Absolutely no. There's no shot. Unless this dude is like, I don't see it.
Man. Woof. Okay, you know what? They haven't been playing that great lately.
Mm-hmm.
I think they have some questions to answer, but I'm just going to take the Suns. I think the vibes have been good for most of the season. Well, I think the vibes are still just fine.
Yeah.
I think the biggest question is which version of Jalen Green do they get in the playoffs? Just because they're going to need a secondary scorer.
Mm-hmm.
But I just trust Book, I think, is kind of where I'm at. I trust Book. I trust Ott, I think, for the most part. Just the energy that they'll play with, and that's usually good enough to win some of these games against other teams of your own caliber. And honestly, the West is weird this year. I feel like we've started just saying that every other year or maybe every year where it's so congested kind of in the middle that I think the reason, like in some random year where it's more linear, the Suns might sneak into the 6th spot. Like,
right.
I don't know if it's not so crowded. They are 4 games behind the Wolves, but yeah, I think Book has quietly had a good season, and Brooks before the injury was very good for them. We'll see kind of how that fleshes out with tiny bit of baby rest, I guess, just tomorrow, and stuff like that. But I think they should be able to bully the Trailblazers.
The Blazers, yeah. Unfortunately, great pick by you. Suns 3rd on my list too. To your Jalen Green point, I think the team actually was doing okay with Dylan Brooks being like their secondary scorer, and getting his shots up. And then since Green's been back, like they've been like kind of a little bit below 500. I think they've been like 12 and 14. I think I saw in their last like 25 games. So
yeah, that sounds about right. They're 5 and 5 in their last 10. So, and I know that they've definitely been sputtering. That's why I was like so hesitant to pick them, because like if the last month doesn't exist, then yeah, they're the easy,
3rd option. I agree.
Yeah, but they're not.
I will say they probably have one of the deepest benches, just in terms of like, when you get in the playoffs, we always talk about every guy needs to be able to handle the ball. Someone who play defense, and maybe this is where what I'm about to say doesn't really make that much sense, but I think having Colin Gillespie, Chris Allen off the bench, and even Royce O'Neal are just like pretty impactful shooters and ball handlers and playmakers in their own right. So I think out of these playing teams, have a bench like pop.
Yeah. That's good. Really good shooting,
at least in terms of
really good shooting off the bench between those 3 guys. Has anyone started calling that bench unit the law firm? Because I think Gillespie, Allen, and O'Neal has some wheels.
We're gonna start. We're using that from now on. You made it up, and now we're saying it.
Sounds like a bunch of lawyers. So
it does.
I agree. I think what they lack in kind of like top end super talent, aside from kind of Book, they make up. They make up for it being
solid,
pretty deep in the middle. I got the Suns.
Nice.
They're looking at the peeking at the net rating and offensive defensive rating over the last 30
Uh,
days. It is bleak. I won't lie to you. They're like 19th range,
it's
but
not. It hasn't been great.
here's to hoping when your back's against the wall, they show up, I guess, for the sake of my team I'm drafting right now.
Okay. We just talked about them briefly, but I am gonna take the Sixers.
Yeah.
Even without Embiid, I just think I wanted to bring this up. Edgecombe, unfortunately, is in this like insanely loaded draft class, right? Like,
yeah,
Cooper, I think is gonna end up winning. Khan,
okay,
definitely, I think also deserves to win. Like both, I don't have a problem with either one of those guys winning.
same.
Like if it does not, I'm not gonna get mad about it either way. But I was thinking Edgecombe, right? In what other draft class is he just winning because he's so good? And I was looking at it. Him versus Steph Castle last year, I think is like a dogfight, right? Like,
Yeah,
I don't know. That one's pretty close. Wemby obviously was winning. He's probably beating Paolo. Like he's probably
yeah.
taking the Rookie of the Year award away from Paolo.
If you just transfer this season that he's having into that, I think so. It's tough because Paolo became the de facto one on that team.
He did.
First guy. And they obviously, like, all these narrative awards give a nod to guys in that position. So I think that makes it tough. But I mean,
maybe it's easier to say now the way Paolo's career's gone. But I don't know. I just feel like if we're watching VJ, I don't know. I think it would have been a really fun race. And then before that, he's definitely beating Scotty Barnes, right? Like
yes,
that's not.
Yeah, I think so. And that's not really a shot at Scotty. I just
it's not.
What he's doing is a little more important.
Yeah,
than what Scotty was doing.
And then there's LaMelo and Ja. So I don't know. I feel like, and Ja won because Zion was out, and it's just like, okay, you have Ja, this crazy athletic guard, and you have VJ, this crazy athletic guard. That would have been a fun race too. So yeah, I just want to shout out VJ, dude. Like, he's gonna end up being third, but he's really, really good as a rookie.
Yeah, man, it sucks the way that happens. You just, I mean, even for like going back to Khan having to go head to head with Cooper Flag,
right? Yeah,
same thing. Like most years, he would just win it, no questions asked. Yeah, man. VJ's been good. It's got to be so nice for them to just immediately have another guard they can trust.
Yeah. But yeah, that's why I think I have them as my next pick. I wanted to say too on Embiid, is he the unluckiest superstar of the past like 10 years? Because I was seeing, I think I forgot who it was, but they're talking about just his injury history, especially like throughout the playoffs. And since 2018, right, he's had, and this is just in the playoffs. This is not even like during the regular season. This is like in the playoffs. Since 2018, he's had 2 meniscus tears, 2 orbital fractures. He had Bell's palsy.
Yeah.
And he had to rely on Ben Simmons to the 3.
The fact that that's up there with Bell's palsy and orbital fractures is crazy.
I had to do it.
Oh man, that's tough.
I just feel bad for him because it's who has won an MVP. We really wish he would just be healthy through one of these playoff series or runs, really, and it's never really come to fruition. Sucks.
Yeah, I think I hate how people hold injuries against players.
You can't, yeah.
Like I get it when you're talking about like, can you trust this guy in the postseason or something like that. I understand it, but like, for all we know. I don't know. I don't know what Embiid's work ethic is, but for all we know, it's just like random chance.
Yeah,
it's just his body's so
300 pounds and 7'2". Like,
yeah, he's a monster. I don't know if bodies are supposed to be that big. Honestly,
they could be that.
Yeah, both.
That you wait one or the other.
So for his level, for what his peak is, yeah, like I mean, he might be one of the most unlucky MVP caliber players who's been perennially in the conversation ever. Like he's got to be on near the top of that list.
Yeah, just sucks.
Well, hold on. Oh, go ahead. You go.
I was just gonna say, well, in discuss that Paul George was out for 25 games just to get rest. Like no joke. Like because he also talk about injury prone. Like this dude's been shoulders, knees, heads, toes. Like
everything.
These guys also been out a lot in the past couple of seasons as well with injuries, just little knick-knacky stuff that I feel like has been longer than it should. And I think if he gets, he's had like what was it, 25 games off.
Talking
maybe the Sixers make a run. Who knows? This is
he's only played 36 games this year.
Yeah,
just crazy seeing that number. He's had a quietly when he's played. He's 17-5 and
I know.
He's shooting like 40% from three. But I looked that up because I was looking up what VJ's numbers were because we're talking about him. If I just told you a rookie guard on a team that is poised to have a playoff spot, missing their best player, is 16, 6 and 4, you'd be like,
really
sounds like rookie of the year quality.
It does,
especially at point guard. Basically, I mean, I know he's kind of playing combo guard.
Him and Maxey playing off each other,
and even Grimes coming in every now and then. But still, being a guard in the NBA super hard.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, I'm excited to watch them. I love Tyrese.
I am too.
VJ's super fun. I don't have high hopes for them after the play-in. But again, the East is weird, so you never know. But I just can't see them winning more than 2 games in that first series, especially if they end up as the 8 for some reason. Then
I think, and I saw this. I think they're going to end up as the 7 because they're going to play the Magic. I think in the 7-8. So they're going to win that game.
All roads lead to the Magic.
But what sucks, especially about the Embiid injury, is the Celtics. This is not a gap year, obviously, because back now. Jaylen Brown has been an MVP caliber player, but they really do have a huge backcourt or front court.
Yeah,
if it was Sixers versus Celtics, which is what I think it's going to be, like the 2v7, and B could have just had. I mean, imagine he just had this monstrous series, and he beats them. I don't know. It just sucks that he's going to be out. For probably the rest of the season. Yeah,
it would be like a legacy moment for him, I think.
It would. They take down the Celtics at 2, and who knows? The Pistons are. The Knicks are always iffy. Can you really trust James Harden on the Cavs? Like, I don't know. It just sucks that it really sucks that it. I mean, in appendicitis, it's like you can't even control this kind of stuff.
Yeah, man. Emergency surgery on your freaking appendix is crazy. I'm happy you got the surgery. I just mean, man, that is a bad break. All right. It's my turn again.
Yep. Who you got?
This is just even harder than before. Wait, where? I think. Oh, yikes. Okay. So I'm between 2 teams.
Mm-hmm.
The one I'm not going to pick is partially because I think they're getting bounced in their game, their first game. So I'm going to go with the Blazers.
I think I have the Blazers at the 5th overall too.
Yeah, I was looking at Blazers and Heat just because, I don't know, the Heat kind of have that potential to just do something in the play-in, but I just don't trust them against the Hornets at all. And so it's mostly what I'm thinking. But the Blazers second in defensive rating over the past month. That's pretty nice. Offense leaving a lot to be desired at 16th over the last month. I mean, granted, this is, March and April basketball. So the whole league is leaving a lot to be desired in a lot of situations. But whenever you're coming into a single elimination type environment and you're playing really, really good defense, that just automatically gives you just such an edge. So as long as they can score, if Avdia can get hot or I don't know, someone's going to have to score, but
it's basically Denny,
Yeah, the defense being that good makes me feel better about them in general than the Heat, whose defense is like 29th over that span.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense too, because like having Drew and Tumani Kamara like as your 1-2 punch Wow, I mean those guys.
Yeah.
I'm so actually that Kamara gets to learn from Drew, because
Yeah.
I do think he's gonna end up being like an all defensive player, like eventually, and maybe even next year he might
Did
hit
he
up one
not
of
get it
those
last year?
teams. Did he? I don't know.
Maybe he
Let's
was
look.
all rookie defense. Did they pick an all rookie defense team?
I can't
No, they don't.
remember. No, I don't think they do
They
that.
don't. I'm just making stuff up for fun.
But I think, well, all I'm saying is like I know for sure that you're right, defensive second team last year.
Nailed it.
He's just
So
really
you're
good,
right.
man.
I agree with you.
Yeah, he's gonna make one day because he already did.
Yeah.
But hey, I don't think a lot of people have him in their team this year. I think, I don't know if like, I don't know. I feel like defensive second team's always just so kind of like subjective.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why the defense has been so good, and also why their offense has been so mediocre, because those guys are really just like your classic 3-and-D. You know, like they can't really do much with the ball besides that. Yeah, the Blazers are basically, it's like it's your classic superstar-ish player with Denny who can kind of get your team to the playoffs, and then from there that's basically like that's your summit of the season. You know, that's going to be your thing to hold on to.
Yeah, I mean, I think they have a shot to. I think they'll probably lose to the Suns, but then I think they at least have a puncher's chance to beat the Clippers, assuming they beat the Warriors in the next matchup.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I'd rather see the Clippers. But yeah,
I think I would too.
I think they can do it. Klingon also controlling the paint down there. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was saying Klingon patrolling the paint down there and just being huge. Also another reason why that defense has been good. All right, what were you going to say?
No, you're right. Klingon too, though. It makes me upset because it makes me miss watching Edie and those guys going back and forth in college, and now it's like who's going to be like the better center. I think you have to give it to Klingon right now just because Edie's been so injury prone. But when Edie played this year, man, he was so good. No, I was just gonna say we got to give a shout out to Tiago Splitter. I think we forget that the Blazers coach got arrested like the first week of the NBA season.
What a time!
And this dude had to pick up on the fly, you know, and then like he's done a great job. You know, they've made the play-in. You know.
Yeah, lots of love for Tiago Splitter from me and other Rockets fans. We love the work that he did with Şengün and just being on that bench. And he went to, I don't remember he went to a team overseas, I think, for a season, and then came back and joined the Blazers staff. So yeah, happy for him. That's cool. Yeah, we felt like he would be a good coach somewhere. Hearing him talk and stuff like that. And I also just remember watching Splitter on those Spurs teams and just kind of like being annoyed with how just like subtly good he was for them. So yeah, huge shout out to that Brazilian man.
Yeah. All right. You picked Blazers. For what is my third pick? My third pick.
Yep.
I'm not going to go to the Heat. I'm going to go to the Warriors.
Okay.
And it's basically just because of Curry's back.
Oh, you're picking Steph over Tyler Hero?
I'm picking Steph over Bam's 83.
That's right.
Yeah. There's not really much to say about the Warriors, unfortunately. And I don't know why Steph came back, to be honest. Like, I'm glad he did because I like watching Steph play basketball. And I can respect him not just because he could have easily not played the rest of the season. Said, I didn't have enough time to ramp up for the play-in, and the Warriors lose, and that's it. Especially with like the injury he had, where it's like runner's knee, they couldn't figure out what was wrong. They couldn't, it was hard to treat. So honestly, a lot of respect for him coming back. I don't know, besides the love of the game, right? I don't know why, because they are the 10th seed. If by some miraculous chance they do beat the Clippers and they beat the loser of Blazers Suns, they're getting absolutely demolished by the Thunder. Like they're not going to win. They're not winning one game.
It's going to be ugly.
It's going to be ugly. Because it's basically the Thunder can throw whoever they want on Steph. Name a player: Kason Wallace, Lou Dort, Alex Caruso, and then
or all of them probably,
or all of them.
Yeah, probably rotating them around.
And then what? Who? Pods just scored 30, but it was in a loss to the Kings. So it's just hard to see this team really going anywhere. But I do, if I like in my mind's eye, if I had to pick, like, okay, if it's Warriors versus Heat for a play-in spot or for a playoff spot, I'd still take the Warriors. I think
for sure
in that matchup, I'm taking Curry against almost any other playoff play-in team. It sucks because Jimmy, wrong side of 35 at this point. Who knows how he recovers and returns and how he looks next year. Porzingis has just had this weird illness where he's in and out of the lineup for the past 3 years. It feels like 2 years, basically since they won the championship with Boston.
Yep. Yeah.
So yeah, it's just this might be the last playoff play-in game Curry ever plays, actually.
Dude, that's so crazy to think about.
Which would be really sad.
Not personally sad for me, but I understand.
Really? Personally sad for me, for sure.
Oh, dude, I'm a Rockets fan. I know.
I'm a Grizzlies fan. You don't think you've torn my heart out multiple times?
I'm sure he has, but did you watch him beat your team like 5 times in the playoffs in your lifetime?
I don't know about 5 times, but he did he basically altered the trajectory of our team with the grit and grind. Like, it was basically our grit and grind style versus like the new Warriors style, and they beat us. And that kind of, it really altered like our composure. And like we got rid of Zebo, then we got rid of Gasol, and then we got rid of Conley. No, he definitely tore us up.
We had title hopes, bro, and he stabbed me in the heart.
Y'all did.
Back-to-back seasons in 2017 and 2018, and then in 2015 we went to the Western Conference Finals, won one game. Yeah. Well, we played them. I think we played them in No, not 16, because that was the Spurs one. That was ugly.
Yeah,
we lost to them in the first round once.
Mm-hmm.
And that we were the 8th seed, obviously, and we lost to them. Maybe that was 2013. No, 2015. I don't know when it was. It doesn't matter. Why am I doing this? Anyway, we lost to them a lot. Just reliving the trauma.
I'm about to say, your memory just wiped it. You don't want to remember it.
Yeah, well, it's because I remember the 2 or 3 that hurt the most, of course. And then last year was just like more salt on the wound.
Yeah.
Last year even more annoying because I still think we were the better team, but just had no mental fortitude. So I'm like okay with the fact that this is his last playoff run as a fan of my team.
Sure.
But if I can take off my team hat, it's like I get it. It.
It sucks.
It does suck that he's moving on. As a competitor, you want the best guys out there. And so it's like it's sad that one of them is leaving the game soon, even if it's not after this season, soon enough.
Yeah, I mean, he's 38. You got to imagine he's got like 2, 3. Like, I mean, yeah.
And he's probably just chilling, Yeah. I mean, he's a competitor. He'll try to win. But yeah, man, I think the Warriors are the obvious pick there. Like you said, just the star power. It's when you just got to win one, then,
And Curry can do it.
Yeah. Well, I guess you got to win 2 in their position, but still. Sure. You just got to win 1 twice.
One game at a time.
Yeah. All right. With my last pick, I'm going to pick one of the teams from Florida. The one a little further south.
No.
I'm gonna go with the Heat, man. These numbers from the past couple weeks are just so bad. Honestly, they're not great for either team as a whole. The Heat have a 123 offensive rating and a negative net rating.
It's because they're
But
relying on Tyler Hero. Like I don't know how many times we have to say this. Like he
well,
should be a Jamal Crawford guy,
yeah,
like coming off the bench. He should be your sixth man. You cannot have this dude leading your team. It just
yeah,
doesn't make any sense if you're trying to win basketball games.
yeah. Well, I'm just like the offense has been good.
I know,
Again,
but he can't guard
past 2
anyone.
weeks. Yeah, exactly. 127.4 defensive rating is just like crazy. Just absolutely awful. They're 28th. The only two teams that have been worse are Washington and I'm sorry, the Grizzlies. But they're not worried about. They're not trying to stop anyone right now.
They want
So
people to score on them.
so I think it's a classic case of stoppable force versus movable object with this awful Miami defense and awful Orlando offense.
Yeah.
And I think whenever you have those kind of matchups, I have more faith in the team that can just get hot offensively. Because if you're just watching them both just like clank balls off the rim constantly, you're like, one of these teams is gonna just make a few and pull away. So obviously your teams have to be good defensively to actually win important games, but
Yeah.
in this situation, I feel great about it. And
Yeah.
maybe Bam just shows up and just has like the defensive night of his life and just controls the whole game because they don't have to worry about defending shooters. That's kind of nice. Not really. So it might just be pretty clogged up down there. We'll see. But yeah, I'm gonna take the Heat.
Yeah. That's
Sorry, a little.
I know.
I mean,
This is why I didn't want to have the last pick. The Heat though, I don't know. Are they it's always like, are they actually sneaky good? I don't know. I don't think they
I don't
are.
either.
The Norm Powell trade, I can't believe has not worked out for them. It's crazy that he got benched after making the All-Star team. That's kind of wild, right?
Yeah.
I just don't know where they're headed. So yeah, Gratz, they're probably gonna lose. Well, let's see. Nope, yeah, they're probably gonna lose to the Hornets.
I think so. They might get run off the floor.
Yeah, and I guess the last pick is which I have to talk about, and I want to. This is what I'll say about the Magic. They just
don't have
lost.
to say that much about them.
This is what I'll say. They just lost to the Boston Celtics in a game they were trying to win because they wanted the 7th seed to have the home court advantage for the play-in game against the 76ers. And they played the Boston Celtics, who were resting all of their guys because they already racked up the 2 seed. This is who started for the Boston Celtics. Are you ready?
Oh yeah, lay it on me.
Shireman, who honestly, you know what, Shireman's good. Ron Harper Jr. on Harper's other son, who actually, you know what, he's okay too. Luka Garza had 27 and 12 against this team. Jordan Walsh.
I love me some Jordan Walsh.
Max Shulga, who I really have not watched play a lot of basketball this year. So that was their starting lineup. That was the starting lineup. And Orlando's putting out their guys. Banchero played. Wagner played. Suggs played. Bane played. Black played. Carter Jr. played. De Silva played. Batadze played. And they're trying to win. It's the last game of the season. If you win, you get home court for the play-in. If you lose, you have to go to Philly and have to deal with that crowd. Have to deal with Maxey and VJ in that arena. There's really nothing else to say. You know what I mean? This team is kind of a fucking joke.
Yeah, I mean,
in 5 pain.
Who had 8 points today?
Yeah, I don't. I caught the second half of the game, and I caught the second half of the game. They said for some reason he went out in the first half. I don't know. Maybe they were trying to rest him because they thought they were going to win. I don't know, but it doesn't matter because he played in the fourth quarter, and I was watching. In this team, dude, Jamal Mosley, as soon as the Magic lose to the Sixers and lose to the Hornets, that dude is getting fired.
Yes.
Start looking for another job right now.
The Bucks will be hiring.
Maybe they'll take him on.
They love guys that just got fired. Yeah, it's sad. I had high hopes for Mosley. I think that he's a good defensive coach. I think we've seen that. A little bit at the roster, but him not being able to maximize even the solid to good players that are on it, is pretty disappointing.
Really
so that sucks. I mean, and even like Anthony Black finally looks like the guy that they drafted, and it's just overshadowed by, or at least like he's been pretty better than he has been the past 2 years. Yeah. And it's just overshadowed by how disappointing the team has been at large. I think going into the year, you think like, oh, they might even finish top 4 if they can improve upon what they've done last year, and just hot, stinking doo-doo.
They thought they were going to be for top 4. Why else would you trade away all those picks for one player?
Yeah, totally.
They thought it was this. They're like, all right, Sir gone. Tatum is hurt. Pacers are gone. Halliburton's out. We can steal. We're going to be right behind the Knicks and the Cavs. Like we're going to be in the top 4, top 5 of the conference. We should go all in. They made an all-in move, and it's disgusting the way that the team has turned out. And not only, I don't know. I mean, I think some of it is the coach's fault, but Paolo, dude.
Yeah.
Here's what sucks is the Magic are screwed because his rookie max extension kicks in next year. It starts next year and goes to like 2031. It didn't start last year. It doesn't start this year. His extension starts next year.
That's dark. That feels like some Darkest Timeline stuff. You want to do a little name game for Paolo?
Sure.
If you're the Magic, who would you rather have?
Okay.
Chet or Paolo?
Yeah. Come on.
Hey, I mean, honestly, Jabari.
that one's close.
It's tough. I feel like the difference is, what does Paolo do well if he's not scoring? I guess he's solid playmaker a little bit.
Yeah.
At least that's what he's supposed to be. Jabari, solid defender, sometimes can be a help side rim protector. He rebounds. I'm just saying, if you're going to end up with a black hole as a 1A player, maybe you just would rather have a role player. I don't know. I'm biased.
No. If we're doing the contracts, it's Jabari, no question. Like,
just value.
Comparing, just the value. Like, not if we're including the money as well, besides like their actual like play and their skill level, it's Jabari hands down.
Okay, this draft is wild. After that, it gets real dark, and you're like, I'd rather just take my chances on Paolo because Keegan Murray, Jaden Ivey, Benny Mathurin, Shaden Sharp, Dyson Daniels.
Wait. Ben Mathurin?
So he's good.
If we're including the money right now.
Again, if you're going value.
Dude, I don't know. Also, if we're including the money with Jaden Ivey, would I rather have Paolo for that much money or $0 and don't have him at all?
Just have him wave.
And just have like all that money to spend on somebody else?
Nah, I think we're saying if you drafted them.
Nah,
and then it doesn't.
I think it really is too. I think it's more Mosley than Paolo. I'm being too harsh on Paolo. I think Paolo's actually a good player. He's being put in bad spots on the court. He's 13th in isolation and like the amount of isolation plays he does, and he's like 150th in like a good outcome occurring.
Yikes!
Like if in terms of like going to the free throw line or a bucket scoring, like it doesn't make any sense to put him in this spot. Like get him running to the rim. He needs to be in a more of like a Giannis type. He's just not the guy we thought he was going to be. He has not developed a jump shot. Put him in the post a little bit, but don't. The ISOs are just. It's so hard to watch. Everyone else is standing around, and they don't need to leave their guy because they know he's going to miss. So then, even when he gets stuck and he has no one to pass it to because everyone else is just standing around the 3-point line. Ooh,
it's tough.
It's hard to watch this team.
Nothing grinds my gears like a dude who's been inefficient in the post in ISOs. I have to watch it every now and then. It drives me absolutely crazy. But I'd rather have Şengün than Paolo 10 times out of 10. Okay, that is it for the 2025 NBA season play-in tournament draft. I've got the Hornets, Suns, Blazers, and Heat. A lot of fire going on there. I know Blazers are Trailblazers, but it sounds like fire. And then Drew, you've got the Los Angeles Aspirations,
Clippers,
the
the trees.
The 76ers, the Warriors, and the Magic. Rip in peace.
Rip.
You know, if you're only as good as your worst guy, I think I won. But we're short on time. We were going to go through the matchups. We won't do that now. We talked a good bit about them going through that draft anyway
throughout the podcast.
Yeah,
I think so
tomorrow,
if we want to just run through it, quick, it's basically just like what, like I think it's going to be.
You want to do? Let's do one conference at a time.
Quick.
So let's do East.
Yeah, if we just do the
or
East,
whichever one you were looking at.
Yeah, let's just say East. It's going to be Sixers, Magic lose, and then 9-10 Hornets, Heat lose. So then you have So then the Sixers are going to be the 7th seed. Hornets play the Magic for the 8th seed. I think the Hornets end up being the 8th seed.
I agree. I think you got Philly 7, Charlotte 8.
8. I agree. Do we think those teams? Really quick? Does Charlotte have a chance against the Pistons? With Cade having the lung injury.
Okay.
Do they? Because here's the thing: the Pistons have everything to lose. They're the 1 seed. They're supposed to at least make the conference finals at this point, right? The Hornets are like, dude, we can do whatever we want. Like we're the Charlotte Hornets. Like,
house money, baby.
Crazy that we're even here,
dude.
What do you? Quick prediction: if that's the matchup, do you think how many games and who wins?
Man. That is so freaking tough.
Because the West, we know Spurs and Thunder are going to beat whoever they play.
Yeah, and for sure. Dude, that's so tough. Detroit's offense even for the whole season is like not special. It's just their defense, and that kind of brings me back to what I said earlier, just about like if I've got these two forces. You know, if they're just counterbalanced, because the Charlotte's defense is like around top 10 for the season.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know, man. I kind of want to say that the Hornets have a chance. I would put them at. I don't know anything about betting odds. I'm just going purely off like 8th grade percentages. I would give them like a 40% chance to upset them.
A 40% chance. That's high. Yeah.
I'm trying to think about how that works, because it's like less than half of a solid probability. I don't know. I think they'll make it interesting.
How many games do you think they're going to win? How many games do you think it's a classic hard fought 6-game series?
I imagine it's like they split the first 2, and the Pistons are like, oh well, this sucks. We got to figure this out. The Pistons win the next 2. Hornets stay alive for one more game. Like one of those kind of early round things where the Pistons still kind of have to earn their keep as a playoff force. And so maybe they get punched in the mouth. So, I mean, I don't think the Hornets will win. Gun to my head. Don't think they're going to win.
Right.
But I am intrigued by it. That is an really interesting 1-8 matchup.
I think it is too. I think the Hornets are going to win 1 game.
Could totally see. Because again, they no experience there. Then in the West,
I think
in the West we've got for the 7-8 game, it's probably going to be Phoenix and the Trailblazers. I think Phoenix wins.
Yeah, Blake will be it's going to be it.
Yeah, I think. Oh yeah, then it will. So I think Phoenix wins that game. And then between the 9 and 10, I think it's going to be the Clippers. I think it might get ugly. And then, man, I agree with you. I think the Clippers are going to take that 8 spot. So I think in both of these cases, I mean, I'm assuming you think the Suns are going to
I think Suns
win that first one. Yeah. So in both cases, we've got the 7 holding serve, and then the 8 losing out to the 9.
9-10.
Or yeah, I guess. Yeah, to the 9-10 game.
Yeah.
Yep. So should be interesting. It'll at least be fun. Challenge some people's idea of the play-in.
Yeah.
But all right, that is it for the 2025 play-in episode of the Apollo NBA show. We're going to be watching tomorrow and Wednesday and Friday, getting ready for the big show to start that next week. But that's it for us. Thanks for joining us. Drew, thanks for talking ball with me.
Absolutely. Great to be back. This was fun. Let's keep it like this.
Yeah. All right. That's it for the Apollo NBA show. Watch basketball. See you guys later.